And Heroes of the Storm is very unforgiving when you get into the late game, especially if it has been a fairly even game up to that point in time. Now on to the ban pick phase. Bans first go to RAVE HOTS. We've seen Zeratul ban a lot in Heroes of the Storm in the Korean meta. We've also seen Jaina and Uther. Okay. Uther popular in Korea as well as an early ban or an early first pick. The response here from Team DK, let's see what that's going to be.
And by the way, this map will be Tomb of the Spider Queen. Very important to take into consideration what map will be played. You know, that does change what heroes are going to be useful. Zeratul as the second ban, and that is super common. And then of course we get
Leoric
pick.
Leoric, not a bad choice at all. He may be just soloing here in the bottom lane. Jaina over here, of course, none of these are really surprising, right? Jaina, and the sheer insane damage output that Jaina can deal, might as well pick her first. She's also great for cleaning up when your opponent gets the spiders. You can really take care of that lane with Jaina, covering that quite well. Now the question though is, what is pick number 2 for DK going to be?
Well, I think they're having a hard time of it because with the Leoric, Asmodan could come down. That is a possibility. Asmodan Leoric is a good combination on this map. We've seen this before, where with Asmodan and Leoric working a lane together, Asmodan will gain a lot of stacks to make his throw a lot stronger, deal a lot more damage. So I'm not sure exactly, but we'll see. They do pick up a Rhaegar. He's a solid healer. With Uther already banned, they're kind of stating they don't want Malfurion. And the counter pick of Malfurion is so that it doesn't get banned now by Team DK, forcing them into Lili or Brightwing, which they don't want to do.
Malfurion is the next pick here for RAVE HOTS. Malfurion, you know, a fantastic hero to get the support in there. What do you think for pick number 3 here for RAVE HOTS? Again, now RAVE HOTS can't make any more mistakes. They're going to have to win 3 games in a row, starting now against the team of StarCraft 2 former StarCraft 2 professional gamers, I should say.
Well, I don't know if they're going for an Asmodan composition. This might be the time to take him so he doesn't get banned.
Sure,
but
that's a good point.
Kael'thas is still up. Okay, we have Vala still up. Those are both really strong heroes.
Oh, well, I guess we should have just predicted this anyways. This is
can't blame them for this.
Tyrael.
Picking up Tyrael as their second tank. He's a fantastic hero. We saw him. He was the MVP in the last game.
Kael'thas then gets banned. That's going to take away a lot more of the damage options here for RAVE HOTS. RAVE HOTS now has to respond.
Yes. What do they ban here?
Still waiting and thinking.
They might be banning Joanna here, if I had to guess, because we already have a
wanna
healer,
get rid
we already
of
have a
tank.
damage.
Yeah.
Is Joanna the tank you'd be afraid of?
I think so. She's the most resilient tank, and also
she works really well with Jaina.
You play Joanna all the time. What's the ability that pulls everybody together?
I'm
not sure if you know. But you guys know what I'm talking about.
The W is
it's Gravity Donut.
Conviction.
Gravity Donut. We'll call
Gravity Donut.
Gravity Donut's great for cleaning up the lane with a spider.
Yeah, no, it's a fantastic, fantastic hero. And
we still got a lot of ability names to map out here, guys. There's a lot of them in Heroes of the Storm.
But yeah, Conviction. Pretty darn sure. Anyways, Joanna does get banned. Not a big surprise. She goes so well with Jaina. You know, really pulls in heroes so that they get hit by those blizzards and freeze spells. Now we do get Vala and a Nubarok picked here by Team DK, a very good tank and a noob, and again the second range damage. So all the best 3 range damage are now out, and RAVE HOTS has none of them.
RAVE HOTS slowly getting painted into a corner here with the unit selection from Team DK. They're going to have to make this next 2 picks, I should say, quite wisely. And it's going to be Asmodan and Nazeebo.
Yep, and it's kind of what we were talking about before. Asmodan combos very well with Leoric. They're going to be looking to clear the top and middle lanes over and over and over, powering up Asmodan. If Asmodan kills the minions, like within 1 second of throwing his giant basketball on them. If they die within 1 second of that, he gets stacks, it powers it up, he becomes ridiculously powerful in the late game. So.
Also, when you're trying to escape on this map, it's got more narrow one-way hallways, so it's definitely a moment where you can take advantage of that. And no surprise here, Arthas, the final pick for Team DK.
Okay, you know, just a great tank, deals a lot of damage, very good at cleaning lanes. Like, he can wipe out the web weavers very quickly. Of course, Asmodan very good at pushing lanes with his additional minions added in, so definitely going to be something Arthas helps against.
Let's take a closer look at our map.
Okay, well, it is a small 3-player map. Tomb of the Spider Queen is. See those two things in the middle? Right there, and not right there. But anyways, you get gems from spiders, okay?
And with those gems,
guys, I will have seen these videos enough in a few days that I'll nail this, okay? But as of right now, these are the gems that you're looking to pick up. It starts at 50 that you have to turn in, and when you turn them in at those eggs, it's very much like the Dragon Knight, where if you get attacked, then you know it's not going to work out for you. You have to not be attacked during all that. You turn them in here, you get web weavers. Of course, if you die, you drop all your gems, and it takes a while to collect them. So you really don't want to die. You don't want to drop your gems.
Also, important to note is that there's a small animation time, kind of like depositing or acquiring anything in Heroes of the Storm, where you can have that interrupted by being damaged or being hit by a spell.
Yeah. So you see there are 4 mercenary camps here as well. The second that the web weavers are summoned, all the mercenary camps will disappear, so you can't use these to cover getting those. You have to start them beforehand. So that's just a little something to keep in mind there. But definitely a very action-packed map because the lanes are so close together and it's so compact.
It's also important to note that there are a ton of smoke screens on this map.
Yes.
You can really hide carefully, pop out, and punish somebody. So you want to be hyper vigilant at the mini map and see when are heroes missing, who's rotated where, and of course really be guarded when you are depositing those gems to ultimately pay off the Spider Queen.
Yeah, that's a tough thing. So we'll see how they deal with it. Tasteless should be a fast and furious game.
Let's go to game number 3 here with Team DK versus RAVE HOTS here in the OGN Heroes of the Storm Super League. We're now in game number 3 here. Team DK on the left and RAVE HOTS now on the right.
All right, you see some of them using those smoke screens to hide where they're at the moment. Let's see how this early game goes. I don't think there'll be any really quick deaths here. These teams have seemed pretty even overall. Not a lot of mistakes being made.
No, they definitely want to be careful here with Asmodan because he can just populate this lane so heavily. And now with the minions beginning to come into play, they're going to have to go, both parties will have to go to the separate lanes. Uh-oh, Anubarak actually some trouble here. Malfurion with the trap, Anubarak.
Nice pick off there by RAVE, indeed, and look at this.
No respect for the dead there. They punted that body off the screen, Artosis.
Yeah, and look at this. They're actually using the middle and bottom lanes. I was saying top and middle, but that's fine. As long as you're rotating between 2 lanes here with Asmodan, look at this. They're just wiping this all out. He's gaining power every time they move lanes and kill all the minions. So Asmodan later on in the game should become super powerful with this type of strategy. How will DK deal with this?
Yeah, DK going to have to be very, very careful here. We once again have a Nubarak now, this time Noblesse, coming over here into to try to push back and throw some stuns out here. But the combination of these 4 heroes going up, down here from bottom, middle, bottom, middle. It's pretty scary.
Yeah, and this is actually really awesome what we're watching here. Like, they have this mapped out so well, the way to rotate back and forth. Like, Malfurion even got a level 1 talent that makes Moonfire a bit better so that he can make sure that Asmodan is getting all the kills.
Coming up here now, it looks like it's going to be a kill there on Leoric.
Very nicely done. That's definitely something that's going to slow down this huge laning advantage for RAVE.
Definitely a big hiccup there on the progress they were hoping to be making here, especially in the early game. I think before about level 10, you really want to keep that system going of bottom lane and middle lane constantly being pushed in.
Well, looks like they are dealing with it just fine. Of course, Leoric does spawn up faster than anyone in the game except for Murky. So he is already back up, dealing a lot of damage here to Noblesse on Anubarak. He does go ahead and get out of there with his burrow charge. So
yeah, Anubarak has got one of the best escapes in the game.
Absolutely.
Not everybody can just go through barriers like that, but he certainly can.
Some people go over, he goes under, Tasteless.
Oh, he's going to come in again here. Actually going to go for Malfurion. And backing up, you can see Leoric vampiring some HP out here, and now we see coming down. Now, what am I saying, guys? I shouldn't have hyped that. That's Leoric. He is never going to die. You have 5 people focus firing him at level 5.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, Tasteless, if you're wrong, by the time you finish your sentence, you'll probably be alive again, so no problem.
Well, again, pretty decent counter pushing here now by Team DK here in the middle lane. But with Asmodan down here at bottom, it's tough. He's going to rotate back up here in the middle. We haven't gotten a shot up top, but it's actually Arthas versus Nazeebo. There shouldn't be anything happening there. Perhaps Arthas could try to get a kill on Nazeebo, but I doubt that would happen.
Yeah, Nazeebo's got enough tricks up his sleeve that probably won't unless he really messes up. But, you know, that top lane is kind of like the lane that we're not even really checking out all that much. But right now we do have a rotation up, actually. Looks like Malfurion came up to help, but it looks like we have oh my god, a huge collapse here from DK.
Beautiful. You see
really
that block off? That was...
And look at that. That's a lot of gems that they're not going to be able to get. Nazeebo tries to come up.
Oh, he actually gets it. Leoric actually ran in there and actually grabbed that. That puts him at, I believe, 14.
Yeah, he stole that gem. Well, looks like they are back to their laning business here. Doing a great job with it. We really do see Asmodan getting stronger and stronger every single lane. Still a very even game, though. No one is quite there on the gems. We've had 0 turn-ins so far from Team DK, whereas 25 gems have been turned in from RAVE. And some teams do hold the gems a lot longer, turn them all in at once, or, you know, a lot of times the first web weavers are dealt with quite easily. It's the second and the third web weavers that are really going to get a lot of force.
Oh, and another dive in here, Malfurion. This may be the second time Malfurion is actually taken out. Malfurion beginning to back up, and he goes down, but Anubarak, in a bit of a trade here, is picked off as well.
Yeah, a 1-for-1 scenario right there, but getting the healer can be quite nice indeed. It's really going to make it so your opponents can't sustain battles for long. So we do see that web weaver turn in, though, for RAVE. That's going to buy them plenty of time to get him back on the field, and we'll see what they can get done damage-wise with these web weavers.
Yeah, web weavers coming out now. First for RAVE HOTS here, so it looks like they're going to go from bottom to mid as far as the cleanup goes. Obviously, material there, he's going to be too hard to actually surround and kill since he can just, in a sense, blink away.
Well, looks like they are going to go ahead, clear up this web weaver. It has taken down the wall in one of the turrets. Down at the bottom, nothing really going on. That was cleared up rather quickly. Top as well. Looks like RAVE wants to go ahead and take this neutral camp. It's kind of in the middle. Anyone can take it, but looks like we do have DK follow him down, so they aren't able to take those Siege Giants.
Well, down here at bottom, we have a pretty formidable push coming up here from RAVE HOTS. I know Team DK is just like a few inches ahead here in experience, but we're getting close to that level 10 moment here. And Malfurion possibly in trouble again. Anubarak misses with a stun, but it doesn't matter now. Once again, Malfurion has been picked off.
Wow, Malfurion is dying a lot of time. He's a feeder.
Yeah, he is feeding.
We got to report him for
feeding. If this was
feeding.
a pub, we'd all be yelling at him. We'd all be blaming him for our team loss.
And then you'd be like, muted, LOL. But yeah, I mean, he's died off quite a few times, and it looks like DK should be able to get level 10 first, which is quite nice. And right now they're getting those web weavers, so that's going to help them push as well. If they get level 10 during that,
they're going to go in here for another
nice
engagement. It looks like they might want to try to get Asmodan or Nazeebo. Nazeebo completely locked out right now, and the stun goes down. Nazeebo disappears in a matter of seconds. Leoric over here at the top. I don't know if they should go for him. Leoric might be able to bait them away. Meanwhile, Web Spinner's going to be pushing through middle lane here quite effectively. And don't forget, bottom lane, not a hero in sight. That should be conquered as well.
Yeah, this is really nice. They've hit level 10, still level 9 for RAVE HOTS. They can't really do anything quite yet with this. They're all coming behind this fort, but this fort is going to go down no matter what at this point.
And go down it does as a zoned out RAVE HOTS can't engage. No level 10 yet for them. Yeah, Asmodan rotating very carefully down here. Actually, a bit of a risky location. He's actually come through here. Look at that. That's pretty cute.
Yeah.
Comes through on that side. That way he does get vision for the rest of his team to see if there's anybody over there, any hero over there to help defend. And they saw that those heroes did show up late. Finally, level 10 does hit here for RAVE HOTS. That will allow them to activate their heroic abilities. And a very adroit Team DK begins to back off.
All right, it's a good thing that they finally do have those level 10s. They can battle now over the next set of turn-ins. The next set of turn-ins on those Web Weavers likely are going to get all the keeps. So that's a really important one, that third one. We'll see, though. It looks like a big battle going on. And, oh, missing the huge Ancestral Recall there on Arthas. He does fall down.
And that means Team DK is going to have to back way up over here. We see an overextension there, though, by Leoric. I got to say, a bit of a surprising overextension there. I'm wondering if Malfurion missed a heal.
Yeah.
So that actually makes that a bit more of a trade than it should have been, I would say.
Yeah, I definitely do agree with that. It looks like DK backing up, though. Look at that.
Oh, beautiful.
Huge hit. You can see the power that Asmodan has at this point, dealing so much damage there to DK as they run out.
And again, the way this map is structured, Asmodan can do the three-pointer slam, not slam dunk. I wasn't a basketball player. He can hit him from across the screen.
A three-pointer slam dunk would be an impressive thing indeed, Tasteless. That's quite a long jump there.
You man, yeah. Can pull that one off. We have the depositing now here from RAVE HOTS. They may actually have enough, I think, to possibly summon the web Reavers here.
Oh, I think they're going to be one off. Yeah, they're at 54 55.
Oh, how funny is that?
Oh, that happens sometimes.
Yeah. Especially when you got 5 guys communicating.
When you're trying to add together 5
speak.
different numbers while playing this game, believe me, it doesn't work.
Now we have mercenary camps captured over here for RAVE HOTS. Now that's unfortunate because had they got the 55 gem deposit in there, this game would be quite different. But there's a chance actually that Team DK is going to end up with the first deposit, and that is exactly what happens.
Can
Team
you believe
DK
that?
takes that first.
And as I said, this third Web Weaver, they're most likely, I would say, Team DK is going to wipe out both the other forts. So they're going to have a pretty big structural advantage here. And that can't be underestimated. 1 gem off, though, and this whole game looks different.
And so the pushes in the 3 lanes begin. It looks like Anubarak getting a little stun there on Tyrael and starting to push now. I believe the focus is going to be here on the bottom lane. By the way, nobody up at top to help defend. We do see Asmodan rotating into the mid.
Asmodan is very quick at clearing any wave at this point now with his powered-up abilities. Here we go. We do have DK walking forward here. And in fact, a noble S on Anubarak comes from behind. Malf dies once again.
Is that the 3rd or the 4th time Malf?
I think that might be the 4th time that he's been picked off. It is a big deal, but a nice flank there by Anubarak.
We're going to come up here now and see the push going further towards the mid. Keep in mind, top's still unattended, so that should be falling here. I think actually Asmodan just shot that down from across the screen there.
But it looks like they're kind of on the back foot, not having Malfurion here. They have to still kill off that Web Weaver. Finally, they do. And look at this. This is the last fort remaining for RAVE HOTS. DK wants to take it down. They know they have an advantage at the moment. Can they make that advantage bigger? And it looks like, yes, they can. All the forts are down.
Continuing to come forward now is RAVE HOTS. They need to come up with something. They do have a trap there on Arthas. Arthas is healed at the last second as Leoric attempts to escape and just barely manages to do that. Arthas hit from afar but not picked off. Anubarak now diving in. Malfurion once again the focus of attention here as Val has triggered her heroic ability that does drive RAVE HOTS back
just
to their base to lick their wounds.
I'm getting chills right now. Ridiculous healings going on by Jay on the support player here on Rhaegar. Amazing Ancestral there, saving off Arthas. I was sure Arthas was going down.
I mean, there was a half second.
Seriously. Really, really on point. His team has to be very happy with that. And look at this. They've got a big advantage. As we were talking about, they've got a 2-building advantage and a 2-level advantage.
And dude, they might actually get enough gems here to start another push. They're almost there. They're almost actually there.
Oh, man.
Can they buy time?
Well, right now they're trying to turn in. They have plenty of gems, of course. They only need 1. Can RAVE actually get a turn in here? Oh,
so
my
far,
God.
no.
Okay, they did get it. They finally did get it. So that's good. RAVE, they would have been really sad if another one didn't go their way, but they finally are going to get those web weavers.
They're
still a little bit behind.
Now.
Asmodan controlling all the lanes from so far away at this point.
Yeah, he's doing a fantastic job. Unfortunately, the infrastructure here for Team DK is pretty superior, and I'm not entirely sure that with the push they're going to do here, that it's actually going to be able to break either of the 2 forts here on the outside. Let's see, though. You know, Arthas is great in moments like this because he does do that area damage around him. So.
Yeah.
Gotta keep your eyes on that.
Look at this. RAVE is waiting in the bushes right now. Uh-oh, Bala! Wrong place, wrong time. She does get out of there for the time being, though, and it looks like a lot of damage being dealt. We have Noblesse charging forward with a Nubarok, missing that stun for a moment, taking a lot of damage. Does back out. I'm surprised no one died there.
Yeah, especially Bala. I mean, she's pretty squishy. And now we have a Nubarok here to just keep an eye, make sure the push doesn't hit them from behind. Again, 48 out of 60 gem deposits. They could, in the next little bit here, just drop the next load of gems off, and that would trigger a counter push. Only 3 seconds before the depository is actually active.
Yeah, totally should be the case, and in fact they are starting to go for it. Sending in some gems up there at the top. Of course, we do have RAVE pushing forward, trying to prevent them from doing so. They don't want to deal with web weavers once again so quickly.
And we'll see if they can actually get this off here. It's just on the screen above us. No, excuse me, it's actually RAVE HOTS who's starting to get some drop-offs here.
Yeah, they're pushing their gems in. I don't think
they
have quite enough
gems.
overall.
That was nearly half of what they needed.
Yeah.
And now we have these the push here for Team DK. Now remember, with just keeps remaining here, if they break open any of these and then win a team fight, I would say in about maybe 3-4 minutes from now, when they've leveled up a little bit more, they could win a team fight, push in there, and win the game.
It could be the case, absolutely. If those death timers get that high, you really need to keep your teammates alive if you have a path to the core open. Right now, we do have RAVE HOTS hitting level 16. Of course, they're going to be fighting off those web weavers once again. Really, DK very on top of collecting those gems and turning them in, keeping the pressure on, and here we go. They're pushing through the center right now. They have web weavers hitting the bottom and top shortly after this moment. This is a lot of damage coming forward right now, the web weavers as well as the entire team.
And their push is beginning to occur. They've now broken this down. Keep in mind, there's still a web weaver over here at the top. Looks like the one in the middle should be cleaned up here by RAVE HOTS. Level 18 for Team DK, which means they're only 2 levels. Oh my gosh, only 2 levels away now from that critical level 20.
All right, well, they save this keep for the time being, but they have to clear their web weavers, and when they do, we might see DK dive in. No, in fact, they chase DK out. DK moving back down towards the bottom lane. Will they push forward through here? We have Asmodan up in the top for RAVE, trying to clear out that web weaver. Should be coming back as soon as he does clear it out. Looks like it is gone.
Pushing in here now at the bottom. It's going to be very tough from here for RAVE HOTS. The lanes have all been pushed in. Keep in mind, Boss is available here at the top. We haven't really brought that up, but especially in this phase of the game, if let's say it's a 3 versus 5 here because of some pickoffs, that's usually when we'd see an active fight over the Boss. And so, because the Nubarok is able to spot for the squad here of RAVE HOTS, they know that the Boss is not being taken, so they do steal that here over there at the bottom. Now Nubarok should be able to. Whoops! Well, that was a big mistake.
Dives in kind of in the wrong direction, but it looks like after he goes down, they take down Nzebo in a matter of seconds. Some great freezing going down by Arthas. They want to take out Furion once again. Oh, they almost get him, but he does escape.
Asmodan almost with a kill there. Continuing to run away. Now there's actually a little bit of space here before they actually get to safety. And Tyrael is killed within the animation of transferring. And here's that boss take. The capture I was discussing earlier.
I tell you, Arthas is doing a fantastic job with these freezes, really locking in the kills for his team. Now here he goes, going to add his damage onto this boss. They have 2 of their opponents down. They want to take him, but could this be an overextension? Looks like RAVE wants to fight.
And we see actually Leoric pushing back here. Oh! They got to be careful here because the boss could actually be taken back from them. Slowly rotating out here is Team DK. We have Arthas so low on HP, but same with Leoric. Leoric is taken down. Oh my God. Almost picks up Arthas back there.
So much damage being dealt.
Still 2 heroes missing for RAVE HOTS.
Yeah, RAVE HOTS gonna have Tyrael coming back up right about now. Of course, we do have Leoric revive very, very quickly, so he's gonna be back in the battle pretty soon. But you know that boss, it was a brave move. Didn't end up working out for him.
So both teams just backing off from the boss, and I think that's a good play here. Now we might have an attempt for both parties to end up going for the mercenary camps in the left and the right side of the map. And I think that's exactly what we're going to see. Oh, no, we're just seeing it here from RAVE HOTS. I think because they're level 20 here for Team DK, they may be tempted to simply engage.
Yeah, it looks like DK gets another turn in Tasis. Web Weaver's going to be coming down. They realize, okay, our opponents are right now on their mercs, but they get them. The Knights are fighting right now for RAVE. DK going to go ahead and just clear them out for the time being. But right now it's level 20 for Team DK against 18 for RAVE HOTS. So they don't have their storm talents. It's going to be hard to take a fight right now.
This is going to be the most important part of the game here for RAVE HOTS. They have to survive this. They have to outlast Team DK. Because once they get to level 20 for RAVE HOTS, even though Team DK should be in a level lead, the game will be much more balanced out.
Well, right now we do have a Nubarok deep in enemy lines. They're pushing forward right now on this central keep. They want to get this keep this time if they can. We have Arthas coming forward, a heal coming down. That tranquility right now from Malfurion. A nice trap on Noblesse here in the zombie donut.
And as you can see, Tyrael actually dives in. Meanwhile, Nubarok getting incredibly low. Arthas here, tanking in the front, slowing down the rest of the team. Tyrael escapes over here. Nazebo in the back still. But Blizzard comes down, and it looks like Leoric attempting to Wraith out of this. But meanwhile, Nazebo getting lower, goes down!
Oh, man, and that could be it, possibly. It looks like we only have a couple of heroes up right now. That's like a minute death timer. This is too much damage. Multiple Web Weavers on that core, multiple heroes as well, and it looks like Team DK is going to take it down 3-0.
GG. Don't know if I could have gotten any lower with that GG. Like, GG.